Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, today I'm talking about quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Speedy, an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon on a leather strap from Theo and Harris. This is the Type 1. Okay, here we go. This is a paid review. 21QA133, and this here is for Michael. Now, what happens is I have another channel. I'm going to link it. I'm not sure that corner or that corner. I have another channel which is called Over 50 with Mike. That's my dad, Michael. And Michael, that's not my dad, that's another, it's a fan, said, "Hey, Arch, the below request is a video request for your dad's channel, Over 50 with Mike. I would love for your dad to provide his answers to two questions below and for you to provide your own answers to the question. Hopefully it prompts some good discussion and or stories with the two of you. The questions are, number one, what are the 3 worst financial decisions you've ever made? And number 2, what are the 3 best financial decisions that you have ever made?" Thank you, Michael. So here we go. Now what I've done is I'm going to link, not sure that corner or that corner, I will link to my dad's responses. He actually responded and I put a link. So I'm gonna link to my old man's channel, Over 50, and I'm also going to link the video. I'm going to link the video so you can see that there. Now, I got to tell you, I didn't actually make a reply. My dad was a bit funny, so I thought I'd make this video on the Paul Pluta channel. What are the 3 worst financial decisions that I've ever made? Very, very good. And I'd like to make this in the privacy of my own studio without my dad there, because he gets very judgmental and he gets very they get a bit pain in the arsey. So what's the 3 worst financial decisions of my life? And I've had so many bad financial decisions. I would say the first bad financial decision would be my affair in 2001. Before that, I was loyal to the Russian wife. I met this lady. She was completely bonkers. I had an intimate relationship with her, and she was as mad as a cut snake. I went way, it's like a midlife crisis, blonde hair, convertible car, and just went crazy, and it put me into a bad financial position. It destroyed what was left of that marriage. That was really quite a bad scenario. So I would say that's probably my worst financial decision. The second worst financial decision was probably my divorce. I followed up after that affair. I went back. Of course, you know, most women, they forgive you. It's not the first affair that they can't stand. It's about the 3rd or 4th one that usually is the nail in the coffin. So a couple years later, 2004, after I came back from Thailand, completely broke and destitute, I then went through with a divorce. And what assets I had left, then I decided to, So that was probably the second most stupid financial decision. And I've had so many bad financial decisions I've done. The third most stupid financial decision, I was offered $185,000 a year from KBR. I was offered a job on a gas pipeline in Papua New Guinea. It was the EOS project. I turned that down. That was probably the third most stupid financial decision I've made. So, yeah, there's a bit of a mixed bag there. And it's funny, when you talk about these things, what's the worst financial decision? It's kind of funny. Like, yes, I had the affair in 2001. I got divorced in 2004. But the thing is, you got to remember, without those life events, I may not be successful as the YouTube comedian and presenter. See, ArchieLuxury, if he had a plainer, more boring life, maybe you wouldn't have watched him. Maybe he would not have had the viral videos. So in many ways, the life catastrophes have possibly led him to fame and fortune as the YouTube comedian. And very recently, I've had the honors of being on New Zealand television. I have had a racehorse named after me. I have met a billionaire. I have fundraised and got a Louis Vuitton box with a red interior. So it's hard to say without these catastrophes whether I could replicate that success. So those are definitely some things there. What are the three best financial decisions that I've made? That's a very good one. So I would say the best financial decision, I got married again. This was technically, you could say it's my third marriage, because when I was still married to the first lady, I had a Buddhist ceremony, and I kind of consider that a second marriage, but it wasn't officially a second marriage. So I would say probably the best financial decision, I married a Japanese lady in 2005. And I reckon that's probably, she's a professional. She has been put up with a lot of my shite. She had good super. She gets very good. That's 401k to you Americans. She had a house deposit when I kind of had zero. So yeah, I reckon that's probably the 2005 marriage to the Japanese lady was probably the best financial decision. The second fantastic financial decision was to sell my Alfa Romeo, okay? That car there was that was a piece of shit. We had an Alfa Romeo 156 silly speed, and that thing was an absolute piece of shit. It's like dating a supermodel who's on crack cocaine. So I would say selling the Alfa Romeo would rank up there. And the third best financial decision, I would have to say in recent times, probably buying my World Time paddock. I bought it from Ronnie from Vintage Watch Co. Yellow gold Patek Philippe 5110. I paid $25,000. I serviced it and it's done really well. Not only has it made me very proud to own such a watch, but it's probably high 30s, early 40s. It's kind of worth, it's Aussie dollars, not US. So I've done well financially, but it's also been a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing there. So I got to say, those are probably the highlights. Three, what's the worst financial decisions, and three of the best financial decisions. And the thing is, if I hadn't had the affair in 2001, maybe I wouldn't have got divorced in 2004, which would have meant that I would maybe not have married the new lady in 2005. So sometimes you can have some bad decisions that then lead on to a good decision. It gets the ball rolling. So I got to be honest with you, I'm pretty grateful. I'm pretty happy with my life now. So yeah, I'm comfortable without, I could always do with more. You could always do with more, but yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. So guys, go and take a look on the link. I'm not sure that corner or that corner. Go and check out my dad's video. Go and check his channel out. And guys, if you've got any requests for me or my dad, $50 we'll make a vid and we will give you the answers. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I need these paid reviews to keep me full-time on YouTube. See you later. Bye. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.